what I need, a cat suit, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, no, it's definitely worth it. Oh, there you are. No! Damn it. Well, let's step inside and back up. Maybe the monster musk will save us? Alright, brain pan. Right. Alright. Please. Looks like it's still a no. Blech. So what I gotta do is I have to make Monster Master, put it in the party real quick. Blech. Oh, another thing too with 7 reimagined that they did was awesome. Oh my god, you don't have to keep going back to All Trades Abbey. All Trades Abbey. Once you're done with that and you can change your vocations, the lady will give you a report and you can secure it from anywhere. That's awesome. So yeah, what? Did I get all the ones in here? No, all gone. Okay. Um. All right, Sunstone, Fairy Flute. You need the Staff of Rain, which I'm guessing I'll get from freeing the lady in the tower. I did pop there, right? I did. Um, Tower of Rubus. But I love all the Dragon Quest games. We can bet that 8 will eventually come to being ported again. I mean, they ended up porting it on to the, DS, and it actually added one more character, which was Yangus's girlfriend, ex-girlfriend person, whatever. So, I guess she becomes a character down the road. But I would love to play that one again. Gee, this place looks so wonderful. Ow. God, makes a difference. So far, 3 has been the easiest. It has, and I mean, this is the standard difficulty and all that stuff. That's nice. Which one's a mimic? Hmm? Gee, how did I call that? That's what we think of mimics. Bad box with teeth. Was it right? Um. Wait. All right, this place is not in ruins and shambles. There's more to it than what I was used to. There's this whole bunch of crap over here. All right, there's only 2 things here, but we do need to go the oops. Rorg. Yes, heal people that aren't hurt. Dudes are so powerful. Um, Vocation changing, and this is very different. When you switch a vocation, you're locked into it. You don't keep the levels of the old vocation. Um, so there's that. Hi. It's a monster. Who'd have thought? Merman. Um, are you talking about 7? Story's pretty good. I enjoy the story pretty. Um, it progressed and did pretty well. They added a little bit to it, not overly much, but a little bit. I didn't originally beat my previous plays, uh, but this one, the reimagined, I have played all the way through to the end. I did the post game content. That was a lot of fun. There was nothing here but Mr. Merman. One of the differences when it came to the original on PlayStation 1 was what would be over here? Um, when you learn something from a vocation, you kept it. Period. All of it. Every little bit. But in 7, there's certain things you will not carry. Something they did change, which is probably for the better. The Monster Hearts. That used to be for... Okay, there's another monster. That used to be for changing your vocation into that monster type. I was like, oh, okay. Very cool. Now they're accessories. And I can highly recommend one in particular. Look for the cacti ball guy. Little, horrible cactus spike ball dude. Be on the open field. You want that on somebody who's getting hit and who can take a hit and survive. So one of your power people. Because damage taken is damage given. That makes a hell of a difference. It's like my main dude here has spiked armor. He deals half the damage back that he receives. So if he takes a critical hit, well, after that crit goes back to the dude who dealt it. I've had bosses kill themselves with that. Dragon Quest 7, I had a boss kill himself by striking the person I had my cacti. Some cool shit, not gonna lie. Yeah, no, there's here. Yeah. Oh. Gosh. Yeah, the vocation change in this one as they level up. They have their stats over there on the right. Well, when you change their vocation, they go back to level 1. They keep a very substantial amount of their hit points and a chunk of their stats. So, technically, if you were to work a person through every single vocation, making them level 45 or so on each one of them, holy shit, these guys would just stomp ass. Hello, old dude. What's up? Oh. Yeah, no, there's so much to do in that one. The one thing from the DS that they took out, and I was actually expecting one, I want to say second or third tablet you assemble. When it comes to modern times, things are very different. And it's where you end up setting up like a monster sanctuary in the DS version. And that's where you'll find friendly monsters and they'll just go there. I mean, you don't take them to your party or anything like that. But it's just to collect them, kind of thing. And even in a fight, be like, hey, this one, gets back up and wants to be friendly. And you'd send them to that. They didn't have that in the reimagined. I don't know if they just took that out because they wanted to, if they wanted that to be unique to the DS or what. But regardless, it was still pretty cool. And it did save some time. But in particular, right there, Nose for Treasure and Snoop, your two best friends. Um, you want to get somebody leveling up rogue when you get to vocations, rogue, thief, whatever, as quickly as possible. Because you want nose for treasure, you want Snoop. I don't remember if Snoop is a higher vocation or not. You might want to look that up. Nose for treasure tells you if there's treasures around. 8 treasures left on this level. Snoop, if you're close enough, points them out. So if there are the ones on the ground that you don't see, what? Or what the? Okay, don't touch that crap. Um, don't ignore peep, especially if you think there are mimics or canna boxes that you might have difficulty with. Peep on the chest. It'll tell you whether or not everything's fine or there's something wrong with it, which means it might be one of those things. Holy hell, what the? I'm so confused. What is going on? Those things weren't there before. What the hell? I think I'll take the damage, thanks. Okay, that's alright. Of course it is. But yeah, these guys, early in the games, no matter what variant you have, these guys can hit hard. Very, very hard. Especially since they're one of the first mobs that get to double attack most of the time. And then part of their repertoire, whack and thwack. So they can just up and kill people. Fine. Great. I have a ring that's mooning. Stormlord sword. Oh, yeah. I didn't ever do that. Some sort of thing. There we go. Half expected her to be able to use it. That's okay. Alright, we put the bag. Put that. There we go. We're fine. Got everything here, so now we need to go. Man, the original Dragon Quest, you step through that field, man, every step was 15 hit points. Well, max hit points in the game was like 150, 180, something like that. That was like max level. So, step across that stuff hurt. But, Erdrick's armor, his set and stuff, completely ignored damage tiles. No poison swamp, no shocky tiles, none of it. Well, that's nice. Is there anything she can't just annihilate? Not that I'm complaining. I think that's awesome. No. Central thing should be where I'm supposed to. Hit. No. False. I want to say when I played 7, there was only a couple of the monster souls or hearts that I didn't. I mean, only a couple. I have to say, though, I am micro disappointed in one aspect. No gambling.